James Bond returning to your screens this week. For your eyes only, we've got action from every Tennent's Premiership and Tennent's National 1 game. Despite a sky full of wet weather, every game got the go-ahead this weekend. And we're starting with league leaders Marr, who hosted Jed-Forest at Fullerton Park. The home side got off to a flyer, racing to 7 points inside 2 minutes. Connor Bickerstaff broke the line initially before the ball found its way to Jack Scott to score in the corner. Gary Munro responded with this penalty to get Jed on the scoreboard. Marr added to their advantage with the second try of the day. Another break from the back set up Jamie Shedden to score under the post.
If not, there's a minute to go.
Again, Jed-Forest responded with a penalty of their own just before the break, keeping themselves in the game. Into the second half, and Marr continued to give away cheap penalties. Gary Munro made the most of them, kicking 2 penalties inside the first 7 minutes to make it a 2-point game. After a below-par middle third, the home side eventually came back to life. Gordy Reed-and-Co heaved Mackenzie Pearce across the line to score. But Jed were not done yet, and they would not go away. They hit back with their first try of the day, and what a try it was. The visitors ran the ball back from their own 22. Lewis Young was involved in the build-up and then again in the finish. He received the ball from Robbie Shearer-Gibb to touchdown. Gary Munro then added the extras, and once again it was another 2-point game. Marr didn't let the pressure get to them and controlled the latter stages of the match. The home side were in search for a bonus point, and when the clock was in the red, they got their reward. Stephen Adair scrambling over from close range to put the game beyond all doubt. Cody Cunningham added the inversion in what was a fitting way to cap off his career with the Ayrshire side in his last match for the club. At Stony Hill, Gregor Tate ran the show for Musselburgh. The winger ran in 4 tries for the home side in a hard-fought victory over Aberdeen Grammar. Musselburgh were made to work for their victory and had to come from behind in the second half to see off a gritty performance from an Aberdeen side who are still in search of their first win. At Braidholme, there was another hat-trick hero for the home side. Max McFarlane scored 3 and set up 1 in a comfortable victory for GHA against Selkirk. Hawick made it 3 home wins from 3, continuing their unbeaten start at Mansfield Park. The visitors, Glasgow Hawks, did push them all the way in what was a relatively low-scoring encounter. In the end, Hawick skipper Matty Carrier led by example, scoring this try to win it. 2 informed sides met at Maleny Park, with Currie hosting Edinburgh Accies. Both sides came into this one with only 1 defeat to their name. However, it turned out to be a relatively one-sided encounter, as Currie blew away their Edinburgh opponents by 4 tries to 1. Currie's bonus point victory keeps them in the top 2, 4 points adrift of league leaders Marr, who have played a game extra. It's a close one battle in third, with 3 teams tied, all on 15 points. Towards the bottom of the table, it's grim reading for Aberdeen Grammar, who will be hoping to get their season off and running as they entertain Hawick this weekend. Elsewhere, second meets third in the table as Currie travel to Hawks. Our attention now turns to Tennent's National 1. At Milbury, Ayr hosted Kelso, hoping to continue their winning start to the season. The visitors looked to put their promotion challenge back on track, and they started well. After just 4 minutes, they went in front. Robbie Tweedy was found in space and scored. Ayr quickly earned themselves a penalty, and Jamie Bova kicked the first 3 points of the day for the home side. These 3 points were quickly cancelled out from a Kelso penalty of their own. The first of numerous cards was then shown to Kelso's Frankie Robson. Jamie Bova made no mistake with the penalty, closing the gap to just 4 points. Kelso were then reduced to 14 men after captain Andy Tate was shown a red card after a scuffle. Ayer's Adam McGowan was penalised for his involvement, but he only saw yellow. Despite the numbers being against their favour, Kelso scored moments later, Billy McNeil carrying over from the back of a maul. Ayr hit back though as they pushed for more points. Danny McCluskey threw a lofty pass over a number of Kelso players to find Jamie Bova in space, who powered through contact to score. The second half started with a bang as a breakaway run from Richie Simpson ended with him diving clear to put the hosts on top for the first time. Jamie Bova's conversion made it 18-15 to the home side, but Kelso quickly fought back and squared things up at 18-all with this penalty. Bova added another penalty for the Ayrshire side before a lovely try from Danny McCluskey put some breathing space between the teams for the first time. The points were then sealed when John Fulton flew down the wing and found Adam McGowan with a well-timed pass. McGowan finishing off the move by diving over. Kelso did end the match on a positive note with a converted try of their own in the dying embers. But Ayr continued to climb up the table, finishing comfortable winners in the end, 35 points to 25. Elsewhere in Tennent's National 1, Gala made short work of Burmuir, scoring 32 unanswered points against the Edinburgh side. There was another big game at the top of the table, as it was first against second as Biggar hosted Melrose. Both sides went into this one hoping to continue their unbeaten starts. Yet again, however, home advantage proved crucial. Donald Voas and Michael Girdler with the try steering Biggar to victory.
Thank you.
Heriot recorded the only away victory across the top two leagues at the weekend. They got the better of a Stirling side who are still struggling for form at the moment, winning 18-12 in the end. Highland backed up a solid result on the road last time out at Burmuir with another hard-fought victory against Dundee. Dundee did leave the Highlands with some positives to take, including a losing bonus point for their efforts. Finally, Cartha got their season off and running, beating Watsonians at Dumbreck. That win lifts Cartha off the bottom of the table and above Watsonians and Stirling, who are still looking for their first wins. The win for Ayr keeps them in third spot with Biggar, who are also unbeaten. They are both within touching distance of Gala and Melrose, who have each played a game more. Looking ahead to next week now, and Watsonians are on the road again, making the trip up to the Highlands. Elsewhere, Kelso host Biggar and Heriot's take on Ayr. So after round 5, Ayr and Biggar are still unbeaten, but can their winning runs last forever? Join us next week to find out. We'll see you then.